Have any of you guys ever been scammed on PayPal with an unauthorized chargeback where the person claimed unauthorized use of their card? Have you ever been scammed by somebody using a freight forwarder on eBay? I'm going to talk about these issues and other issues right here this week on the Crazy New York Driver Show. Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show for Friday, June 26th, 2020. Welcome to another eBay video. Today we have quite a few very important topics to discuss, and it's going to require several cutaways. These are very important topics, so I'm going to ask all of you to pay strict attention. We're going to discuss unauthorized chargebacks on PayPal and what you can do. We're going to discuss eBay as far as freight forwarders is concerned. I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, and I have a very surprising update for you guys. I'd like you to check in and see that. I'm also going to discuss your comments, questions, and concerns from last week, plus some other eBay news that has come up during the week. Before we get started, I have an announcement to make. The Fitchy birdhouse has given birth. Correct. There is a family living in the Fitchy birdhouse. I came out the other day and I heard all the babies chirping, and I saw the mother bird going in and out bringing food to the babies. So we here on the Crazy New York Driver Show have given birth via the Fitchy birdhouse. I thought you guys would appreciate that. Keep an eye on it during the video. You may see some activity there. First, I'm going to read your comments, questions, and concerns from last week's video. I'm going to read about 6 of them that have some commonality in topic. Then I'm going to stop and discuss all 6 or thereabouts. The first 6 comments I'm going to read have to do with my eBay account, and it's how it's being stalked by somebody who calls himself eBay as a joke in Michigan, and how this relates to eBay and what they need to do. Dennis Copper wrote, "Absolutely, Joe. This is eBay's opportunity to show the public and the community that they're fighting stalking when they can help you. They should not miss this chance. They have the cash and the lawyers to do it. They have more lawyers than players on a baseball team. It would sizzle on the news louder than bacon in a frying pan. A great PR move. They care and they're doing something about it. Would be in the newspaper headlines all over the world." Kelly Garnett wrote, "This is the beginning of the end for the blob, Joe. Very promising. Hang in there. I know you will come out on top." Guma Martinez wrote, "eBay is liable for your stalker, and the FBI should be aware of your problem with eBay allowing the blob to harass you. Baker act the blob now. T-shirt. LOL." Zombie Homeboy Chris wrote, "I admire all of you holding out hope that eBay has the intention of changing for the better after getting a black eye in the media, but I know eBay, they only change for the worse and against sellers." Dennis Copper replied to that comment and wrote, "Normally I would agree with you. However, this is different. We now have criminal activity within the belly of eBay. The authorities are going to put this before a court of law. It's not possible for this to be hidden. It will all come out in the press. It's going to be a wild ride. How will eBay find some closure to all this? It can only be done by action." Ken McDougal wrote, "Joe, I think it's time you contact Rob Wolchek again and ask him to do another story. This time on the stalking incident with this couple in Massachusetts. And then have him also pull in your story about how you've been stalked for 8 years by this guy who calls himself eBay as a joke, and further continue to expose him on national TV. Maybe Rob can get someone from eBay on camera to talk about the incident in Massachusetts, and then ask them why they're not also pursuing legal action against the blob for stalking you." Last comment on this, St. Paul MN Suller wrote, Joe, eBay watches your videos. Snapple-17, not a registered user. What he's referring to is the fact that eBay has canned another fake eBay account put up by eBay as a joke as soon as my video went public. But to be honest, it was not because of my video per se. It was because I contacted somebody. Before we go any further, let's do cutaway number 1. I'm going to show you guys how eBay acted on this. I'm going to tell you a few more things, and I'm going to show you something that's going to make your jaw drop. How my stalker filed a fake copyright complaint on YouTube claiming one of my videos was his intellectual property. Let's watch cutaway number 1. Okay guys, in this cutaway I want to show you some very good news. You may remember in last week's video I showed you this screenshot and this particular account of my stalker who was on eBay still leaving negative feedback to sellers and still harassing me. To go back, here is the exact message he sent me on an item that I had for sale. These look printed on your printer. Do you have the authority to print these logos for resale? A number of your other emblem listings also look fraudulent. The important thing here is I would never have known that this was his account if he did not initiate contact with me. This was done with intent, criminal intent. Let's look at his feedback now. Look at this right on top. Not a registered user. Another MC999. I don't know any other person on eBay that has as many closed accounts as this man right here. But this is not really what I'm making this video about. This is not the reason. The thing is, he is trying to get my video whacked in the worst way. He does not want the authorities to know about this, and he's very, very concerned. What he did was, first, he tried filing a privacy violation last week, saying I violated his privacy. YouTube investigated, and of course I did not. When that did not work, he tried this. An illegal copyright takedown request for my video, where he claims he made my video and that he is the copyright owner and it's his work. I'm not kidding. Now, let's click the link to the video so you know that it really is mine. We'll do that first. Okay, you can clearly see it's my video he's reporting. We'll go back down to this. He's claiming it's his artwork on my video, my reaction to 6 eBay executives stalking people and updates. He never did any artwork for me. I want no part of this guy. But you can see YouTube has caught him. They say, we are very concerned that your copyright notification may not be valid for some or all of the videos identified in your notification. Now, again, to prove things, let's jump back to YouTube, do a search, and there you go. There is the bum. There is the guy who's been reporting and claiming my videos are his original work. He's got some interesting channels featured here. If any of you guys know anything about copyright law and know any way he can be prosecuted for doing this, please contact me or let me know in the comment section below. The only good thing about this shows that he's really, really scared. He does not want the authorities to know that he has violated eBay's cease and desist order. He does not want the authorities to know
that he has violated eBay's cease and desist order and continues to use the site with impunity. Well, at least he was using it with impunity. eBay acted not because of my video, I feel, but because I reached out to them, to a person in charge, a person who's got the juice, and I think they're going to have a new little outlook on Mr. eBay as a joke. Let's get back to the video now because we still have another cutaway to do.
Guys, let me explain something to you. This shows how scared and desperate eBay as a joke is. That he would commit fraud online and sign his name to it to try and get my eBay video whacked because it showed that he's still making fake eBay accounts. As you know, a couple of years ago, eBay issued him a cease and desist letter. And not only has he continued to still make fake eBay accounts, but he's actually uploaded footage to YouTube. And he actually contacted me on eBay through their contact system to harass me, which is criminal intent, criminal stalking in my opinion. This is serious and he knows it, and he's trying everything to get these videos whacked. I would like your opinion in the comment section below on the criminality aspect of him claiming false copyright against my videos and against those of others. I would also like to see charges brought against him for filing fake copyright complaints. YouTube clearly says, in fact you saw, they wrote back to him and they said, you are violating the copyright claim tool. This is not your property. This is serious. This is just another charge to be added on. Let's continue on with some comments on cancellations. Rated R Forever wrote, this is exactly what I've been doing all these years of selling. As soon as I see a sale when I sign in, I immediately marked it as shipped. This way no cancellation can occur and the item will be packaged and ready to be shipped out the following day. John Hodgson wrote a comment which I truncated. Joe, please remember that you have many UK watchers. And could you please take that fact into account when discussing cancellations? The UK consumer law is completely different from the US rules. The right to cancel is absolute and non-negotiable. That, man, that is a bummer. That is a bummer. The UK eBay rules and rules of commerce are a lot different than here in the United States and a lot stricter, as he stated. And guys, I really feel sorry for you. That must be really tough dealing like that. Here in the United States on eBay, cancellations are still abounding. I have refused 2 more this week. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in the next cutaway. Just hang in there. GM wrote, in light of recent events where a number of eBay executives went rogue, carrying out sickening attacks against eBay members, I'm shocked to learn that eBay has been port scanning our PCs, harvesting and collecting info on what programs our PCs are running, etc., basically spying on what we do. Worse still, it's a third-party port scanning on eBay's behalf. I don't trust eBay as a company anymore, and this practice must be stopped. How can we trust this company with managed payments when they're acting like a Big Brother surveillance organization, crushing any dissent they come across? I would advise anyone who has the expertise to do it to close your open PC ports to eBay snooping. Guys, or GM, I also saw that video about eBay port scanning. And quite frankly, I'm not super good with tech. But from what I've heard and what I've read, it is not good news. For you tech guys out there, and I know you're out there, comment your feelings on this port scanning and how it could hurt us. I want to know a little bit more about this if you don't mind. All right, let's get into some main topics this week. I have 2 main topics. Topic number 1 is going to be PayPal scamming. unauthorized use. And main topic number 2 is going to be dealing with a freight forwarder when there's a return involved and the nightmare it can be. Guys, I've been using PayPal for about the last 8 years or so. And in those 8 years, I've rarely had an unauthorized use chargeback. Maybe 2 or 3 in the last 8 years, and it's always worked out fine. But I was chagrined the other day when I woke up and found 2 in one day. 2 unauthorized chargebacks in one day. I'm going to explain them to you really quick. Originally, I was going to do a cutaway for this too, but I'm doing too many other cutaways and the video is going to run way too long. So what happened is, a few weeks ago I told you a story about a person who bought a center cap, an alloy wheel center cap from me on eBay. I printed the label, I boxed the item, and later on she came back and said, cancel the order. I said, I'm not canceling anything. It's on its way to you. And out it went. Apparently, eBay showed her the same item for a cheaper price after she purchased mine. And I'm done canceling. And you guys need to grow some balls, those of you who don't have any, and stop with the cancellations. But anyway, this woman filed unauthorized use through PayPal. The total with the shipping came to, I think, $31.22. Now, as you know, once she got the item, and she did get it, the tracking shows she got it, all she had to do was open a return through eBay, and she could even lie her butt off and say not as described, so I would have to pay the shipping back. That would have solved the problem like that. But she did not want to send the item back. She wanted to keep it and try and scam me through PayPal. Example number 2, which also came in on the same day. A guy bought 4 alloy wheel center caps from me on eBay. I shipped them, he got them. He claimed also unauthorized use of his card. The common denominator here is neither person opened a case on eBay or attempted to send the items back because they wanted the items. But they went right to PayPal and they tried to file a fraudulent, well, they didn't try and file, they filed a fraudulent unauthorized use claim. I'm going to read to you what PayPal wrote to me. I'm reading this verbatim from my phone right now. We're happy to confirm the following transaction was covered under seller protection because you met the PayPal seller protection requirements. $69 is now available in your PayPal balance and there is no further action required. That was for the 4 center caps that were purchased. And I got the exact same response for the lady that purchased the 1 alloy wheel center cap. 2 in one day. Flabbergasted. It's the only word I could use to describe my feelings. Neither one went through eBay and initiated a return, which they both could have. They wanted to keep the item and get their money back. So guys, please, should this happen to you, take precautions, always upload tracking. When you upload tracking, that helps protect you. Before we get on to the main topic, I have a couple of other topics that I want to discuss. The climate. Have you guys noticed a change in the attitude of buyers toward us sellers? Oh my God! I have never seen so many negative and neutral feedbacks being thrown out there at us, fake cases being opened, nasty messages through the contact system. Never in my 21 years. I want to address something that somebody asked me a week or 2 ago. Let's say I sell something for $80 and $20 shipping, $100. I ship the item, the buyer gets it. The buyer opens a case saying wrong size doesn't fit because they purchased the wrong size. They ship the item back to me at their expense, another $20. How much do I give them back? I only give them back the price of the item, $80. I never never refund original shipping, and I never will. Because if it's the buyer's mistake, it's on them. So, the other day, I got a negative feedback from one of these cats. Guy purchased the wrong item, sent it back on his dime, and I only gave him the price of the item. I'm not refunding original shipping. And the funny thing is, I happened to actually be on my eBay account when he negged me. So let's say it was 8 o'clock at night. He negs me 8:01 p.m. I spot it 30 seconds later. I call eBay immediately. eBay looked at the details, clearly saw that it was buyer remorse, they bought the wrong size, and removed the negative instantly. I think it was on my account maybe between 3 and 4 minutes tops. That's an example of eBay backing us up. As long as the person selects wrong size doesn't fit, they'll neg you, but you can get it removed. That being said, I would now like to raise a toast to eBay through the ceremonial Fox News Cup of Life. This is the ceremonial Fox News Cup of Life. Happy is he who drinks from it. I think I'm going to be doing a lot of toasting in the near future. Our next topic is going to involve another cutaway, and that is going to be dealing with a freight forwarder when the deal doesn't go down well. We've talked partially about this before. We're going to finish it up right now. Everybody who's not paying attention and looking at the screen, stop what you're doing, stop packing your orders, stop jerking around, and come back and sit down and look at the screen. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bang.
Okay, guys, please pay very close attention to what I'm going to show you now, because if you ever deal with a freight forwarder, this could happen to you. You may remember several weeks ago I talked about this case, but we've had some serious activity in this that I need to share with you. On June 2nd, I sold this set of hubs for $60 plus $35 to a freight forwarder right here. I've dealt with freight forwarders many times in the last 21 years and never had any problems. But of course, sooner or later, all good things must come to an end. You can clearly see in the description, it says right here, look, some scratches here and there, worn center emblems. One cap has a small chip on the edge. Clearly described. I also described it down the bottom, but that's neither here nor there. Okay? Then I get a return request from a person known as Lestribar. Please, guys, if you ever want to block somebody, this is the guy you want to block. So Lestribar wants to return the items. Let's see why. Let's click on that and let's see why. He claims the hubcaps are damaged or scratched, which it clearly said in the listing that you saw. But he's doing that so he does not have to pay the return shipping. But be that as it may, moreover, he doesn't have the right because he bought them through a freight forwarder, and eBay policy clearly states that if you buy through a freight forwarder and not directly from a seller, you lose all your buyer protections. Okay? Next screen. I called eBay and they closed the case in my favor. You can clearly see, look, we reviewed the case and have closed it without any refund to the buyer. The case will not affect your seller performance. Any feedback left will be removed. No problem there. That was on June 16th. Yesterday, Thursday, June 25th, I wake up to this. A case has been opened again and found in the buyer's favor for $111, the same amount, money going to Lestribar, after I clearly showed you that they found in my favor. Guys, This is not the first time this year I have had cases closed in my favor, then reopened again, like this, and then I had to call eBay again yesterday to get this sorted out. And yes, they found in my favor. But what concerns me, and I asked the concierge person, I said, considering the case was closed in my favor, how in God's name can it be reopened and found in the buyer's favor? And they had absolutely no answer. This is not the first time this has happened to me this year, and I find this very troubling. But on a positive note, it has been found in my favor again. So guys, if you're selling to freight forwarders and you encounter this problem, please do exactly what I just did here. Let's get back to the video now. We'll talk some more.
All right, guys. I am a little bit chagrined with this whole deal. This is the third time this year that a case has been closed in my favor, only to be reopened and then found in the customer's favor, then to be closed again and found in my favor. Is there no finality on eBay anymore? For those of you who don't know it, eBay has a very clear rule that buyers who buy through freight forwarders do not have the buyer protection that everybody else does. It's one of the perils of buying using a freight forwarder. In the example I showed you, it clearly showed the description that the items were scratched with a chip. But this buyer is dishonest. His name was Lestry Bar. All right, you might have noticed that. Guys, you want to block him, you go ahead and block him. But I guarantee you I blocked him. What is not clear to me is where the $111 came from. Okay? Now, eBay had said that they were taking it back from me, and then they said they were giving it back to me. But what I'm asking you is, did eBay give it back to me from their money? Or did they take it back from Lestry Bar? And good luck getting a direct answer from customer service, because I can't even get them to tell me how the case was opened a second time after it was closed the first time. And like I said, 3 times this year this has happened to me. It's crazy. Today is June 26th, and I am still not in managed payments, and I have not even applied. I have not lifted a finger. I told you last month how I was going to run this, and I don't lie, guys. I tell the truth, and I'm a straight shooter. Which leads me to another thing that's been bothering me. Quite a few of you guys will email me and tell me legitimate stories about how you were scammed either on eBay or PayPal. You will show me messages. You will show me conclusive proof how somebody went out of their way to scam you. And quite frankly, I feel sorry for you. But I always say to you guys through email, why don't you make a video and expose this person for what they did to you? Guys, you should see the excuses some of these people give me. It makes me think I'm back in 5th grade and the teacher says, "Where is your homework?" and you raise your hand and say, "Well, the dog ate my homework." What a bunch of feeble nonsense excuses. And I'm gonna sound a little mean and a little tough here, but it's what they call tough love. Most of you guys have your act together, but some of you guys need to grow some balls. Grow a pair. Here's some of the reasons that people have given me why they don't want to make videos on YouTube. I'm not good looking. I don't know how to do it. I'm camera shy. I don't think I'll get any views. Crazy, crazy things. And there's more. There's way more of it, way more excuses that I just can't think of off the top of my head right now. But I don't feel sorry for anybody who is scammed and refuses to take a stand. Back in 2007, 13 years ago, I started this channel with 0 subscribers, all right? I didn't care. I had something to say, and I was going to come out here and I was going to say it. And I've been saying it for 13 years. And I don't think that a single one of you guys will say that I ever back down or I don't speak my mind. I'm a straight shooter and I tell it like it is. That's how I roll, and that's why my channel has excellent credibility. There's other people on YouTube that make similar videos. Most of them don't concentrate solely on eBay. They talk about Etsy, they talk about Amazon, this and that. And some of them are pretty good, but there are some of them that just consistently refuse to hit or address the hard-hitting topics. And you never, ever have to worry about that when watching my videos. I will attack any topic that needs to be attacked. All right, guys, I've kept you quite a bit today because we did have a lot to discuss and we have 2 cutaways we had to do. So yeah, let's encapsulate this right now. There are really 3 main topics that I would like to see comments on. All right, I would like to see your comments on, number 1, my stalker as it relates to eBay. What do you think eBay should do? I'm in contact with them. That's all I'm going to say right now. We'll see how it goes. Okay? Also, my stalker, as far as stalking people online in general, I want the attorneys general involved in this. I've been in contact with them as well. We're going to get this guy. I mean it. I also want to know what you think about him filing a fake copyright complaint against my videos. This is not the first time he's done this kind of thing, but it's the first time that I'm actually going public and showing you that I have conclusive proof. A copyright lawyer that I talked to said I could easily sue him civilly right now and get a judgment against him, but I don't want that. I don't want that right now. I want the criminal cases first, then I'm willing to go civil. Criminal first. I want him locked up. His days of scamming and committing fraud are over. He's circling the drain as we speak, and I think he kind of knows it, and that's why that was such a desperate attempt to get that video taken down. I'd also like to know your comments about PayPal, unauthorized chargebacks, and people trying to scam you. Always fight them. PayPal, in this case, I really didn't have to do any fighting. They stuck up for me and they covered me. You're probably wondering why I didn't do cutaways to unmask or expose those 2 scammers on eBay. It's because I'm running way too late today and I wanted to do the cutaways about those other 2 topics that were important. But one of the 2 scammers had 0 feedback and the other one had a feedback of 6. So the odds of them buying any of your items are very low. Also, I'd like your comments, questions, and concerns on freight forwarders. If you've ever had a problem with them, all right? Remember, the customer that they're fronting for does not have buyer protections like everybody else does. And for those of you who have been scammed on eBay, please grow a pair. Make some videos. I'll even go as far as to say this. I'll make you this offer. If any of you are scammed on eBay and you can show me conclusive proof that you were scammed, you can send it to me through email. And if you make a video, I will mention that video on camera and I will even link to it to get you views. And if that's not fair, then nothing is, okay? Because that's how I roll. I'm a friend of the seller. I'm encouraging every one of you to buy and sell on eBay because eBay is the best platform. eBay will communicate back and forth with you, unlike other platforms that suck. Once again, my sales this week were tremendous. I mean, this is just like, I've never had it so good. I love it. Sales were great. Sure, I get some returns and cancellations. I don't honor cancellations, but I do honor returns, 30 days. Oh, by the way, you may remember a couple of months ago during the beginning of COVID-19, I switched my handling time from 1 day to 3 days. I didn't see any loss of sales whatsoever, and I have not switched back. I think I'm going to keep my handling time at 3 days. Funny how things work out, isn't it? So yeah, guys, I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. Thank you for watching this video. Every Friday night, I come out here and I make these videos to try and help you stay successful on eBay. If you think I'm doing a good job, please leave me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm on point and appreciate it. If you don't think I did a good job, tell me in the comments section what you want me to hit up, and I'll be glad to do it next week. Remember, I'm a seller friend, not a seller critic or skeptic of any kind. I've solved a lot of problems. I'm still making money online. I've never worn a mask, and I never will. Heck, I will never, ever distort my voice because I feel that's dishonest and unscrupulous. I'm a CEO and a CFO of my own company, so yeah. That being said, go out there, make a ton of money on eBay, rock on, and peace! And I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear the birds chirping like crazy in the birdhouse. Or should I say the Fitchy birdhouse. Brought to you by Rob and the Blob. Guys, thanks for watching. See you next week. Hope your sales are great. I will insist on one thing. Don't be Fitchy! Yeah!